privilege of meeting a man who had this type of magical vision when I was in Costa Rica about 8 years ago. He was called a curandero. Now, has anybody here ever heard that word before? Yeah, I never had either. I think if you were to translate curandero into English, you would probably come up with witch doctor, or maybe faith healer. A curandero is a person who heals people, but he doesn't use medicine in the sense that we normally think of. So I went to this curandero's office. It was this dingy little room in the city down there, and he didn't even have any lights. He had a candle over in one corner. And this guy walks out, he's about this tall, and he's barrel-chested, he's very old, he has white hair sticking up off his head. He even had a patch over one eye. I mean, this guy was the quintessential creepy character, right? So before we even had a chance to talk, his first client of the day came. It was a little girl. And she was holding a dog in her arms. And as far as I can tell, that dog looked to me like it was dead. It was just limp in her arms. She was crying. And she said, well, she was speaking Spanish. Obviously, I had to have this translated later. But what she said was, please, you've got to help me. My dog has stopped breathing. So the curandero knew he had to move very quickly. He pulled out this piece of, I'm using this lovely white rope. This guy wasn't using rope. What he pulled out looked more like a root or a vine, some sort of plant material. And then he took out a big knife and he cut it in two, just like this. Tied the ends back together, just like that. Could you pull on that, please? Good. Could you come down here? You just volunteered and you didn't even know it. And what is your name?
It's Cammy.
Okay, so Cammy's going to help us out. Cammy, let me ask you, did you have a dog when you were growing up?
I did.
You did. What was his name?
Shane.
Shane the dog.
Shane.
Was that named after the movie, or where'd you come up with?
Possibly.
You don't
I
know?
didn't name him.
Okay. What kind of dog was it?
Collie.
A collie named Shane. All right. Well, can you remember what Shane looked like?
Yes.
Okay. See, the curandero asked that little girl to visualize the dog, her dog. The last time she'd seen him help, just running around the yard the night before. And then he asked her to blow on the root. Just blow on it. That's the trick. You didn't. That's not how we rehearsed it, but we'll be okay. So she was visualizing her dog. You could visualize Shane. You could all think about a pet you had when you were growing up. And he pulled out this little, again, this guy wasn't using little wands, okay? What he pulled out looked more like a chicken bone or something that had been dried out. And he waved it over the root. And then he asked the little girl to gently, very slowly pull on the end of the root. And as she did, her eyes filled with tears of relief because she could feel that her dog was breathing again.